Man, it's been a busy week. I'm glad to be back on here talking to you guys. I had a cold this week and it was crazy. I was in bed for a lot of the day. After I got off of work, I go straight to bed. But I'm back, at least for a little bit, and wanted to talk to you guys today about, I wanted to get your opinion on something. I'm just gonna tell you guys what happened. I'll give you a little backstory about it, and then we'll see what your opinion is, what your thoughts are, because there's always a lesson in everything that I talk about, but you have to determine what that is because you're a free thinker. I have my opinion and it stinks most of the time, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. What we're talking about today is this Raj Jackson incident, and if you don't know, Raj Jackson is Rampage Jackson's son. He got into an altercation with a wrestler and he damn near beat the man half to death. So we're gonna get into a little bit of that today. I'm gonna take you with me now to go and get this burrito from one of my favorite places. It'll either be a burrito or the street tacos. I can't decide which one, but I am in Springfield, Ohio, of course, where, a lot of things popped off last year about people in Springfield eating cats and dogs and geese and things like that, which rumors were dispelled. I come here a lot, and there's still geese, bunch of cats and dogs running around, and it always has been. What else will we do? I gotta go to Home Depot. That's the whole reason I'm in Springfield today. I was cutting the grass and the string on my trimmer is out. So I've got to go replenish that and fill the little trimmer back up. I need to get some weed stuff to kill some weeds around my house. And then I've got a, what do you call it? Not edger. It's a trimmer coming today to trim some bushes. There's a bush around my house that's overgrown. It's starting to fall down. I have to get it. It's coming to the house today. It's actually being delivered today. That's what we're doing today while we talk about this Raj Jackson subject. So again, Raj Jackson is the son of Rampage Jackson, which I've always liked Rampage Jackson. He's a good fighter, UFC fighter. I've seen him in the K1 ring and fighting in Japan and things like that. If you know him, this is what it's about. But his son beat up this wrestler at this match that he went to see his friend participate in, and he beat the man half to death, hit him 23 times. We'll go into the backstory of it. But the thing is, are we taking masculinity too far? For one, that's one of the questions that I have, but wait until after the story. And then two, is there a better way? Especially when you're learning martial arts. I was taught one thing, and apparently some people are taught another way. So I want to know your experience if you've ever done any type of blood sport, MMA, jiu-jitsu, karate, knife fighting, stick fighting, whatever it may be. What was your take on masculinity there? But we'll pick that up here in just a minute. I am at this place called Victor's Tacos. And it's one of my favorite places because it's real authentic food. It's real Spanish people cooking it. I think there's 2 people that speak English, and then the rest of them, I've come in a couple of times and they do not speak English. And they'll tell me to hold on until the boss gets there so that they can take my order. So let me get a camera on this tripod. I'll show you guys on the street. We're at Belmont and Main Street in Springfield, Ohio, which for everyone in Columbus is just Broad Street. So what would it be? West Broad, way down West Broad. West Broad should take you all the way to Springfield from Columbus. It is one of the roads that, from what I understand, the history of it was a trail that Indians used when they used to, they settle the land, they stay in one spot for a little bit, and then they'd pick up and they'd go to another spot. This was the main road for them. And that's my understanding of Ohio Indian tribes. Let's get in here and see what's going on with this food. So it's nothing really special about this. It's, you can see the little sign right there, Victor's Taco Shop. And this was old, I think this was a Long John Silver's or something, old building that they turned into this Victor's. They have a new shop somewhere, but I always come to this one. I don't know where the new location is, but I know they do have a few other locations. It's right by this Casano's and Tim Hortons, and I'm not a huge Casano's pizza. I think it tastes like cardboard. It's disgusting. And they've got a little tire shop over here. Now behind this buffet is, behind this Victor's Tacos is a China buffet. I've had that, it's okay, but I wouldn't personally recommend it, and I'm not going back in there to show you guys because it's $15 for the buffet and it is definitely not worth it. So let's get in here and see what we have going on. This is the lobby, and we'll go on in here and see what we can't order. So the mixed steak burrito with beans.
And then you said I'm not due?
Yes.
Anything else?
Red and green sauce, if I could.
Is this for here to go?
This is for here.
For here, got it.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, that'll be 13. Thank you. Let me get that marker for you.
Okay. One of my favorite places. Okay. Thank you.
Would you like a receipt?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll have that right
All
now.
right. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. So it's always good service here. And it's usually never packed for me. I usually get the red and the green sauce. I usually get a burrito or the street tacos. And that's what I got today, was a burrito instead of the street tacos. So let's wait until my food comes out, and then I'll be back and we'll get into this Raj Jackson situation. All right, so while I was waiting for my food, which I just got, I got a call from the range saying they had a gun. They know what I like, and I've been looking for this, the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2, but they have the LCP Max that just came in, and that one is half the price of the Bodyguard, has a Pro Trigger, and it's upgraded. Used, but sometimes you can get these used firearms for cheap. But this is what we are looking at. This is a steak and cheese burrito. I've got the red sauce, which is great in this green sauce. Also got me, I needed some caffeine pickup. So, let's dig in. Now, of course, you know that we're watching, and we're gonna say prayer to make sure that we do everything right, that we receive the blessings that we should. I won't say it out loud, but take a moment with me. Let's see what we got. I got a bean and steak burrito, and look at it's pretty fat. First bite, got some bean action in there. I don't know if you can see it.
But it is, in there, I usually grab some red sauce, squirt a little bit of that in there. Okay. The red sauce is okay, but this green is more flavorful. The red isn't too hot. Oh my God, now we got that steak action. I don't know if you can see it or not, if the camera will pick it up, but got steak, got some refried beans, got a little cola action. The reason why I want a steak and not the beef is because sometimes the beef is a little bit too granular. The steak is just right. With this burrito, we're gonna go green. Possible change of plans. We may be going up to the range. See what's going on. And they have 10% off of used guns. I should do that. But let's get back to the subject. What happens when you're trained in martial arts and you are confronted with a situation where someone is maybe thought they were punking you, or it's for show, which looking at the footage, I think that the wrestler thought that Raj was part of the show, and he smashed a can over his head. Now, I'll give you the full story besides the 60-second or 30-second clip that most people have seen. He hit the guy over the head. His name was Psycho Stu, and Psycho Stu thought that Raj was part of the act because he said, the guy he was with, AJ, "You never heard of Psycho Stu?" He said, "Psycho Stu, no." Raj said, "Psycho Stu, no, I haven't heard of no Psycho Stu." Psycho Stu said, "Well, look, I'm Psycho Stu," and he grabs this beer can and he crushes it like over Raj's head or face, like you've seen done in WWE or WWF. When I was little, it was WWF. And at first I thought it was part of the show. And he says, "No, he's not part of the show." Evidently, camera went off. He was live streaming, and Psycho Stu apologized to him, said, "I didn't know you were part of the show. I apologize, I'm sorry." The apology was accepted, and they said, "Well, since, you've been hurt, we'll let you get back in the ring," which means our receipt, which means he could hit him hard. They were supposed to wrestle around a little bit, and I'm sure they gave him what they wanted him to do in the ring. It's all choreographed. I shouldn't say it's all choreographed, but some of it is choreographed. But most of the time, you ad-lib some things, but the ground rules are set before you go in the ring, which is what I came to understand happened. In the meantime, before he goes in, Rampage is telling him that he's a bitch, and he's telling Raj that he's a bitch, and he's letting a guy in tights slap him around, and he's egging this on. Well, Raj is doing this live stream, and on the live stream, they're egging him on as well to knock this guy out. Now, mind you, none of these people are here. Got some on my nose. None of these people are at the event. None of these people have to pay the consequence for the actions that Raj is going to take. He goes into the ring. He gets the guy, picks him up, slams him down, and hits him 23 times. I think he loosened or knocked out some teeth, broke the guy's jaw, and he was sent to the hospital. I'm sure there were some waivers that had to be signed beforehand. I don't know if there'll be any charges pressed, if hospital bills will be paid. But what do you think about that? If the guy has apologized, said you can get some get back, I don't think that means that you can halfway kill a guy, but I could be wrong. I've always been taught in my martial arts restraint. If you can get away, get away. If there's a fight and both parties know that there should be a knockdown drag out, then you go as hard as the person is doing. I don't know if I think that a beer can to the head where no physical damage was done, maybe some ego damage was done, but physical damage was done, constitutes you to go in and throw 23 blows to knock a man out, which he was already knocked out when he was picked up and slammed. He hit his head and he was knocked out. So he's already out, and then this melee ensues on his face. What do you think? I don't think that it's apples and apples here. Just because my ego is bruised does not mean, and it's bruised because my dad is calling me a bitch and my peers online are saying that I'm weak. Does that mean that I need to beat a man half to death and hospitalize him? I'm sure there'll be some type of legal issue, but again, that's not for me to decide his fate. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know if this was justified. And how do you handle somebody egging you on when they can't pay that price for you. They can't do the jail time. They don't have to put up any bail money. The judge is gonna tell you, you shouldn't have listened to them. And that's easier said than done in hindsight. And like I said, I'm not in that situation now. I have been in that situation and I've acted poorly before. But I've also, now that I'm older and I'm 50 and I, carry and all that other stuff, I carry myself a little different. And if you are ever in Springfield, Ohio, come grab something from Victor's Tacos. I just had some good news. Yeah, buddy. I've been looking for a Smith & Wesson 2.0, Bodyguard 2.0. It's a small pistol like my Ruger, but I also like the Ruger LCP Max. And the range that I go to just called and said that they have a Ruger LCP Max in. Now the Ruger LCP Max most of the time goes for $450, $500. Both of these guns, $300-400 used. But now this shop that I go to, this gun range, Mad River Armory and Range in Springfield, Ohio, they just got one in, and my buddy Mike called me, said, hey, we just got this in. I know you were looking at the Bodyguard 2.0, but this is a good price. This is what we can give it to you for. I thought of you. Do you want it? Yes, it's half the price, has an upgraded trigger. So I'm going to go pick that up here now. And it should be, we're gonna go see it. From what I understand, it has a stainless slide and some other things, but I'm excited to see it. I'm headed into this car wash now really quick, and then we'll go up here and get this gun. As always, I have my, where did I put my, I have my Ruger LCP 2, and I usually carry it in my pocket. This is a little 380 pistol, nothing to write home about, but I'm really excited. So I had to get on here and let you guys know what was going on. And hold on a minute, getting into this car wash. Let you guys know what was going on and how excited I am to get this gun, because now I have two. I can switch them out. I can put them in a pocket.
I love the pocket pistol, and the reason why I love the pocket pistol is because I'm able to carry the pocket pistol every day, all day, no matter what I'm wearing. And for half the price, sometimes you may want to get a used gun. They're not for everybody. Some people want new, but I've been carrying these long enough, and I trust this range, and I trust my brother that owns and runs the range, that when they call me with one and it's a good price, it's time to go get it. So let me get through this car wash, get up here, and then I'll see you guys in just a few minutes. All right, I'm in the parking lot. Couldn't wait to show you guys. I got this 75th anniversary edition Ruger LCP Max. I've been waiting on this gun, and look, I paid less than, I don't know if you can see this, $225 for it. Let me see what the receipt is. They usually go for $400 or $500. Usually used guns don't come with the box, but here it is. Look at that. Look at that. Has the upgraded trigger on it. I can change the magazine release from the left to the right over here. One magazine, it came with one magazine. Let's see, I don't even know how many rounds it comes. 10. So my LCP2, I believe, holds 6 or 7 plus 1. This holds 10 plus 1, so already I am up. I got the standard pocket holster for it, and I will start carrying it. But the good thing I like about Mad River Armory and Range and the gunsmith that owns the shop is when a used gun comes in, he takes them apart, he cleans them, he puts them through a machine to get all the gunk out, and he starts fresh. He takes it all apart, puts it all back together, makes sure that it functions, fires it, and then cleans it again and gets it ready for you. And then, and only then, will it be put on the shelf. So my hand, my pinky does not, I can get my pinky on here. The upgraded trigger, beautiful, beautiful. It is unloaded. There's no ammunition in it. And it breaks down just like my other LCP. I will go put some bullets down range. It has the night sight on it. And it's a really good trigger. It's a good gun. I have my other one. I'll do a comparison of both, but I've wanted this gun for a long time. Why spend $400 to $500 on a Smith & Wesson 2.0 bodyguard when I can get this for, they had it listed at $225 plus, this is Saturday now, August 30th. I got another 10% off. Most of the time they run these specials. If you come in, they have a used gun, you get 10% off any used handgun. And this is like new. I've looked at the barrel, I inspected it, I know that they've inspected it, and so you can't really beat it. Stainless slide, 75th anniversary on the top. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm happy. Again, I wasn't looking for another gun. They called me because they know what I like and they know the price range that I'm looking at, and we all know a good deal. As soon as she said the price, it's half off. That's a no-brainer for me. You can find some absolutely good used firearms these days for cheap. So again, Mad River Army and Range in Springfield, thank you so much for selling this to me. Mike was my salesman. He's great. Look for a guy with beard and a bunch of tattoos. Good guys in here. I shoot here all the time. And no one's paying me. I don't get a dime for this. I just come up here, I shoot. I've formed a relationship with them, and it's a good range. With that being said, until next time, and you know there'll be a next time, I hope you're having a good day, and I'm out.